Hi everyone, welcome back to 𝐘𝐥𝐬𝐻 World. In this video I've come up with the festive collections of this trendy designer blouse. Let me elaborate the pattern. It's princess cut boat neck blouse with elbow length sleeves with the slitted back high neck blouse with the net and the beads joining. So let's move ahead in drafting the pattern. Firstly, I would be showing the construction of the princess pattern. Mark the required length of the blouse. Here I would be marking 16 inches the length. Leave the margin amount of 1/4 inch on the top and mark shoulder length measurements. Here I would be marking 7.5 inches, and for the boat neck, from the shoulder line mark towards the neckline with the shoulder length of 2.5 inches and also shoulder slope of 1 inch. Connect from neckline to the shoulder line slantingly and mark the armhole length of 6.5 inches from the shoulder slope and mark the chest length of 9.5 inches with the midpoint on the armhole. Connect the chest length measurements with the midpoint of the armhole. Using the French ruler, connect it curvedly. Now mark the neck tip of 3 inches. Connect that to the neckline point, making the shape of the boat. This I would be marking for the back boat neck, and on the marked shoulder line mark the midpoint, mark 2 inches down. Here I would be making the slit, and now measure from the neck to that point. It would be around 1.75 inches. Give the same length all around this armhole and the neckline. It's just simple. Make the midpoint of the shoulder line, measure that midpoint, and that much length you have to give to the neckline and the armhole. It's for preparing the yoke pattern to this boat neck and the armhole to give bordering to the net of the bodice blouse. The net blouse is very much trending with the fashionable full or the elbow sleeves. Connect the chest line with the waistline and also mark the same length all around this neckline. Whatever is your shoulder length, divide into 2. That midpoint should be joined with the armhole and the neckline. The yoke should be with the same length. Join all the dotted lines. Normally for the boat neck, we'll take the length of shoulder line is 2 to 2.5 inches. Also give the seaming allowances of 1 inch all around the sides, 1/4 inch towards the armhole and the shoulder line. Now start trimming on the dotted lines. Now I would be showing the drafting of the front pattern. Mark the same lengths as it is how we marked for the back panel. And for the front, I would be marking neck deep of 4 inches. The specifications of the body lengths I have mentioned in the description. Kindly check out. For any pattern, the draft is very much important because the pattern is completely dependent on this draft. So please ensure to take the proper appropriate measurements. The saree plays an important role in the traditional wear. No matter how well the saree is designed, but accompanied with the appropriate blouse is the perfect fit. The beauty and the elegance of the blouse will give the eye-catching look, with the perfect fittings of the blouse giving the professional look. Now for the front panel, mark the armhole a little deep and for the princess cut you have to mark the midpoint and the midpoint of the armhole. That means here I already marked the midpoint, and for that I will be marking again the midpoint. And also mark the midpoint of the waistline, connect with the dotted lines. Connect the arm side marked point with the waistline midpoint curvedly on the dotted lines. And near to these markings, I would be marking 1/4 inch on either sides for the dart on the arm side. And also mark 1/2 inch on the waistline on the either sides of this marked dotted lines. The dot on the waistline should be of 3 inches and near the arm side is of 2 inches. And also I will mark the yoke. For that I would be taking the midpoint of the shoulder line and mark as it is I have shown for the earlier back panel. Give the same length of 1.75 inches towards the neckline and the arm side. Done with the yoke drafting, give the seaming allowances towards the sides and the arm side, neckline. Now start trimming on the marked dotted lines. Further, you can also give the slit like the sweetheart shape or else scalloped shape. Here I'd be giving the scalloped shape on this bodice. That yoke I'd be dividing with the green fabric, and for the main bodice I'd be using the net as a supporting, and on the top to that I'd be using brocade of purple color. And if you want, you can also join the putty of 2 inches toward the waistline with the green color as the same we have joined for the yoke. Mark the scallops on this sweetheart shape. Done with the drafting of the boat neck princess cut pattern. Let me show you how to cut this. Firstly, using the drafts, I have trimmed the back patterns like this. The net I am using as the base. So using the drafted patterns, I have trimmed the net accordingly. Now trim on the yoke shape towards the neckline and arm side. Now cut on these scalloped shapes with leaving marginal amount of space for the seaming elements. Now cut on the princess cut markings. Cut on the dart points and then on the curved shape. The front bodice would look like this. Each individual shape is having different colors. Also following the same instructions, cut for the back pattern. So check out. The yokes of front and back should be of same size, irrespective of neck length. There is slight difference in the neck length. Other than the sides should be equal. Now towards the back pattern, I will be giving the shape like this, for which on the top I will be joining the net and the bottom towards the waistline with the brocade joining. Cut on these dotted lines. Now for each and every shapes, you have to give the seaming allowances wherever you are joining with the 1/4 inch seaming allowance. You can recheck the shapes placing on this net, so you will get the perfect shape. Now front, near the arm side, I have given the dart. So that much dart area I have folded like this and give the shape of the curve. Or else you can apply the glue like this. Now I'll lay this draft on the fabrics and cut accordingly the shapes, with giving the seaming allowances of 1/4 inch on the joining sides. The yoke strips I am cutting 2 of each. I am ready with the cutting parts of the brocade, net and the yoke. So this is how it looks with the seaming allowances. And for the brocade, I am also joining the lining with the same lengths. And now for the front, the main is the bodice with the net, yoke with the green, and the princess cut with the brocade along with the linings of same lengths. Along with the seaming allowances towards the joining of 1/4 inch. Done with the bodice cuttings and the drafting. Now it's time to do for the sleeves. The drafting of the sleeve pattern have been shown earlier. If you are watching for the first time, I'd request you to watch that video for the draft making of the sleeve. Make the 2 folds of 4 layers, lay the draft and cut accordingly to the required length, or else click the link appearing in front of your screen for the draft pattern of the sleeve. And also I have given 1 inch for the seaming allowance, as and towards the sleeve ends I would be joining this brocade. The sleeve length I would be taking is 17 inches with the seaming allowances. And on the top of this joining, I would be joining the green with the strip of 1 inch. May these festive celebrations will fill your home with happiness and joy. Please try this, you'd love to wear it. Spread your love with your dear ones. Glow with your charm, making simple things into stylish. Pair it with old traditional sarees or heavy designed sarees. The enhancement will define your way. Continue to watch the complete makeover of this beautiful net boat neck princess blouse in the next video. Subscribe and stay tuned to watch more videos of latest fashions and trends. Having any doubts, do write to me in the comment section just below the description box. Please do not forget to like and share this video in your community or circles, may be useful to them. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.